I honestly wish I could say I was surprised. It's official, ladies and germs. Black History Month has already started, and I am pumped up more than Dennis Rodman at an all-you-can-snort cocaine buffet. February is a magical time of year where we're constantly reminded for 28 days that no matter what achievements we make in life, they are completely meaningless unless our skin is of a certain pigment. And what I said was not racist because everybody gets a History Month. Except the whites. The Asians get their History Month on, well, the Spaniards, those guys get their History Month on, and, the Buffalo Eaters, I know they have a History Month on, you know what, fuck you, who cares? All that matters is that the media, celebrities, and TikTokers rub it in your face that blacks are better than you in every capacity. From music to inventions, all the way up to police brutality, the blacks have you covered. They're even better at getting laid. I oftentimes forget how hard it is for the ugly people in the world to get some. Not to brag or anything, but let's just say my bachelor pad is constantly stinking of fish. So it took me a minute to understand why Jordan Tristan Walker, Director of Research and Development for Pfizer, would lie about his laboratories mutating the COVID-19 virus in order to preemptively create vaccines to force upon the public in the name of profitability.
And so then if it comes out later on, like in the public, we already have a vaccine kind of working.
Who knows? I mean, either way, it's going to be a cash cow. COVID will probably be a cash cow for us for a while going forward.
Just look at him go. Guy's really selling it. That undercover journalist date must have him all hot and bothered like a horny Karen at Disneyland. But instead of it being a nice evening out at an obscenely expensive pizza joint, it turns out that his so-called date was actually an undercover sting operation done by corporate phobic journalists.
I'm literally a liar. I was trying to impress a person on a date by lying.
Exactly. Lying about a secret and objectively unethical work that you're doing just to impress a date is perfectly reasonable. And just look at this loser. Even if that guy went to San Francisco, bent over, pulled down his pants, and spread his butt cheeks wide open, he couldn't get any if he tried. Who the hell do you think he is? Brian Stelter? But since this innocent lie got called out, he's forced to resort to his backup plan, screaming and weakly fighting a guy in hopes of getting some pity sex, and that's honestly a last-ditch effort for sexy time, and it comes with a pathetically low success rate. So it makes perfect sense to me that the only way he could impress this date and increase the odds of him getting a hot beef injection would be to make up a bunch of evil lies about gain-of-function research in regards to a virus that's been used as a preface to hold the planet hostage for the last 3 years. This isn't new. People have been doing this for years. Just take a look at Bond henchmen. These poor bastards have to act extra evil just for the mere chance of getting some. It's a growing fashion trend known as henchman chic, and I gotta tell you, it's kinda sexy. The Odd Job. This classic look is all the rage in the upper class circles of society. A comfortable fitting suit and tie in classic black, complete with a hat that screams, "I'm ready to serve you during the day and prepared to trim your hedges at night." El Dario. You'll be pushing it to the limit in this silk suit with a white tank top that's bound to impress any woman who has a crippling cocaine addiction. Add a little Robert Davia to the mix for some sextra flair. The May Date. Don't let something as worthless as gender get in your way of wooing a human meat hole. Be it walking on the runway or charging your way into a women's locker room, the May Date is gonna allow you to turn some heads for all the right and most likely wrong reasons. Don't worry about the bulge in the crotch, ladies. You don't exist anymore, so therefore, no longer a problem. Now, you might have heard some ableists screaming out words like unethical or immoral or illegal. When it comes to manipulating a virus in a laboratory in hopes of making a profit, just do me a favor and shut your filthy little mouth if you think that's gain-of-function research. And we all agreed that gain-of-function research was a bad thing, but that's not what's going on here. Pfizer is doing something called directed evolution, and that's completely different. There isn't any law stating that you can't do directed evolution research at your multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. It's kind of like when the umpire says there's no rule saying that a dog can't play right field, so therefore your dog gets to win the championship game because you suck at baseball. But frankly, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because it's old news. Nobody cares anymore. It's February. So as you begin your ritualistic flogging this Black History Month, just remember that Pfizer has, more or less, gotten away with a massively immoral and unethical crime, and there is no justice to be had, because it's more important to tell you why you are inferior, and I think that's a moral we can all appreciate more. What is up, Mahones? Arston the Unclean here, and I want to give you a thank you or two for checking out the new video. If you think that scientifically altered diseases should stay in overlong Stephen King novels, then why don't you mosey on over to that like and or subscribe button and see what happens. The comment section can't live without your love and affection either, so drop on by, and if you have the time, let it all flow natural. Today's subject is chipped ice. I think we should all take a moment to give thanks for this Black History Month. It wasn't so long ago that Black History Month meant watching nothing but Eddie Murphy and Shaft movies for 28 days straight, but it looks like those days have gone the way of the dodo. So if you're going to watch Beverly Hills Cop 3, I hope you don't get arrested for cultural appropriation, and I wish I was joking. And as always, thank you for caring, and I'll see you in the gulag.